Hello, everyone, and welcome to Empowering Women in Chiropractic. My name is Dr. Natalie Bosha, and a huge thank you to ChiroSecure for allowing us to share with this show our knowledge and expertise, especially for some of us who have been in practice for a while. So, what I'd like to talk about today is, and if we can go to the slide, it's the comparison trap, reclaiming your power in the age of social media. And my goal with this presentation is just awareness and making you think how you're consuming social media and how it's making you feel as a doctor. Do you feel like, the fear of missing out, that you're never doing enough? And let me tell you, it's not just us chiropractor. I think it's any business owner. So this is what I would like to talk about today. So the reality of the scroll, 63% of women say social media negatively impact their self-esteem. And then there's a huge difference too with, the reality and the reels that we see. And, being a little bit older, I do feel really sad for the younger generation that are living their lives on social media. But point is that in 2025, you need to have an online social media platform. And the more you can make it personal for people to connect with you, the better it is. But that means that you need to share things that maybe you would not have discussed on social media before. I know myself that I'm pushing my boundaries a little bit on, videos that I'm creating, not because it's controversial, but it's just things that, my social media person will say, make it more personal and share what you're doing. And I'm a private person, so it's a bit tricky. But point being here is that unfortunately, social media usually shows, the perfect situation, and it doesn't necessarily show the reality. And unfortunately, because of that, it can create doubt as opposed of direction, meaning that, okay, if I'm doubting myself, what does it mean and what should I work on, or how can I craft my social media strategy to be congruent with my own core values. So it's easy to have that FOMO, to see somebody else's clinic and their, layout is better than yours. They have a brand new office. You're asking yourself, oh, should I redo my branding and so forth? So it's easy to look at someone else and just, again, feel like you're behind the eight ball. It is so easy with social media. It's crazy. Why we compare? We're all chiropractors here, so we understand the brain, but the brain is wired to access social rank. We naturally do this to compare ourselves to other. It's, as old as time that we do that. But also, unfortunately, we often tie our success to external validation. And God knows that the like, the thumbs up, the comment, that dopamine hit that it gives us is really appealing, to say, oh, I've done that video and it went viral, or I've done that video and, oh geez, I nobody watched it, what did I do wrong, and so forth. So it's easy to take it personally, when sometimes it's just that maybe the algorithm just didn't show this one because it didn't think it was of interest. So again, it's always connecting back to our self-esteem. And the third point on this is that being aware of it and being conscious of it, to not take it personally, I think is key. So it's not wrong to be wanting to compare, but when you do so, ask yourself the question, how can I redirect my energy to do something that is constructive with that information? So sign you're in the trap, you feel behind after scrolling. I mentioned that briefly. You're always comparing yourself to others. And when it comes to online marketing, you could always do more. Like you could do this full time, but at some point you need to have the fine balance of, being in practice, being focused on your patient, hiring someone to do it, leveraging other people in your office to do it. So it's always that balance act. I know personally that I like to batch the recording. For instance, this week, in a couple of days, we're three of people on my team. We're meeting and we already have 20, 25 ideas of video. We're going to do them all at once, maybe change outfit or change, setup and so forth. But this way, we think about it once, we do it, and then we have content for quite a bit of time. And unfortunately, when you're in the trap, you sometimes see someone doing something and say, oh, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to do it. And yet maybe it's a different approach. Maybe it's not going to feel congruent to you. And that's the big lesson with all this, that it needs to feel comfortable to you. It needs to, be in alignment of who you are in your day-to-day life and how you are in your practice. And sometimes we will also hesitate to share because, oh, it's maybe not good enough. I need to do a little bit more research on this, as opposed to just grabbing the camera and just, say, hey, I have this on my mind, or hey, a patient asked me that question and I get it often. I'm going to answer it because it may benefit others. But especially as women, if your hair is not done, you don't have your makeup on, oh, I look like heck, my hair is not the way that it should, and we're not going to do it. So just again, bringing the awareness that good enough is probably good enough. Obviously, you don't want to do something and regret it because you don't like what you see, but it's that fine line that sometime, I think myself included, we definitely overanalyze things. Mentioned this already, but what you don't see behind the scene is, all the other platforms that people are on or are not on. So I think you have to be cognition that what you see is curated, it's edited, and it's been worked on. So it's not necessarily feasible for everyone, especially if your budget is small, to have like a huge production with b-roll videos and so forth. But also the point with this slide is you cannot be on all of the platforms. So you kind of have to decide where your patients are sitting or spending their time. So depending of your audience, and myself, I noticed that for the clinic, Facebook page and Instagram seem to be the two. I know some doctors do really well with TikTok. Again, I think it depends on your audience. It depends on your own age, and where, in which platform you're more familiar with. So again, we have to realize that we can't compare ourselves to other. It's always good to grab ideas. You see a colleague that did this. Oh, I really like this. So I'm going to take the idea and then modify it and make it your own. And then reframing the comparison and thinking of it as data. So instead of feeling envious about someone or their strategy, gather it, I always have a list of ideas for videos or questions. So if you see something, make note, and maybe you'll end up with 5, 6, 7 ideas. So next time that it is the time to do a video session or a photo session or action shot session for your social media, you'll have something. So instead of be feeling envious, turn it into data, and then is going to make you think of what is it exactly that you desire. And also, if you're feeling envious, ask yourself that question: what is this showing me about what I want? Because when we see something, I think instinctively we like it, we don't like it, we'll criticize to say, oh, I would not have done it that way. Well, make note of it. And like I said, have a document in Google Drive that you plunk ideas. I know for me, I always leverage questions of patients for a quick FAQ video, or just the other day, a patient asked me a question and it just gave me an idea for a blog, which, again, if I didn't write it down, I would have forgotten. So all that content creation, just make sure you have a folder. Let it guide you, not define you. I think it's super important, again, that that we do that, and also doing it to at your own speed. I know I've gotten a lot better at doing this just with practice, and it's a little bit uncomfortable at first, and you may need to do a video a few times, but you'll get better at it. And now even technology has great teleprompter. Mind you, you don't want to sound too scripted either. So, and then here, curating what you consume. I think this goes to not just in our practice, but in our lives, to unfollow accounts that drain you. I know personally, I'm part of many Facebook group, and some of them has just this positive vibe of, I'm part of many women chiropractic group, and it's awesome to read the comment and the questions and other women uplifting other women or giving a different perspective and so forth. So those kind of groups really elevates us, as opposed to other groups that you may be part of, or sometimes someone that you follow that it definitely is not inspiring. So find the people who inspire you. Maybe it's not just in chiropractic, but in health in general. And again, it may trigger ideas for you to do some good content on social media. Digital hygiene, emotional resilience. Sorry. Again, curating our environment to not default to our phone every 2 seconds that we have, to make sure that we're not missing anything. I feel very fortunate that during my adjustment hours, I don't look at my cell phone for potentially 5, 6, 7 hours almost straight sometime. And I'm happy about that. I'm not connected to it. But it doesn't take long for let's say other days when I know my phone can be right beside me to go and check on social media, every 2 minutes. So we have to really be careful of what we're consuming, what we're engaging with for our own health and well-being. So also important here is that not everything has to be done online. I've noticed a nice trend, even in our marketing for the clinic, to go back to strategies that we used to do, joining BNI, joining the local business groups, doing a mall screening. Like, I think people now are craving that, one-on-one contact to talk to someone, that it's not everything online. And finding our tribe that celebrate our win as well, to, what's the saying, that you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang out with. So you want to make sure that you do hang out with people that support you and encourage you. You also want to track your progress, because social media, as I said, sometimes you're like, oh man, the videos I'm doing are great, and you're not seeing the traction. So there is a strategy, but don't take it personally if when you start, it's going to take a little bit of time to create that, success. And we also have to realize the limitation of social media. Like anything else in marketing, you don't want to put all your eggs in the same basket. But as I mentioned earlier, in 2025, you do need to have a clinic presence on social media. I know myself, I have one for the clinic and my personal brand as well. A little bit of double the work. It's just my situation as a book author, and it allows me to share a little bit more overall health information. You don't have to do that. You could just focus on what you have, for the clinic, and really target to give value to people so they follow you. So, reclaiming conversation, the power of talk in a digital age. This is a book that I just started reading, and I thought I would share with you that, it's one thing to even do our marketing on social media, but it's also another thing to meet people in real, shake hands, be part of community group. I myself went to a networking event about a month ago, and I hadn't been in years. I'm gonna, confess I wasn't, in the last 5 years involved anymore in the community. And it was so uplifting to see the other businesses. I met a new accounting firm, and I have a meeting with them later on today, actually, to go over their services, because I've been in the market and looking for different strategy for our bookkeeping. So getting out there in real, I think, is super important. So hopefully this, reminds you of what we can do for our marketing, but to not fall for the social media trap, and remind yourself that you're also already impacting a lot of lives in your office, that it is your patients, your staff, and your community. So don't get sucked into the trap of those likes on social media, because it's not necessarily a direct correlation of how many people you're impacting. So hopefully this gave you food for thoughts on the social media trap and how to be aware to not fall in it and use it as data to create and reach people in your community. So again, thank you to ChiroSecure for bringing the show Empowering Women in Chiropractic. This was Dr. Natalie Beauchamp.
Join us each week as we bring you the best in business growth, practice management, social media marketing, networking, leadership, and lots more. If it's about women in practice and business, you'll hear it here. This has been a ChiroSecure production.